In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace an intake VVT solenoid in a Jeep Patriot with a 2.4 liter. It's located in the head on the side of the intake. Remove the engine cover, and by doing that, you're just going to grab it firmly and pull up. There's like little plastic boots or rubber boots holding on these little pins right here. There's 4 of them total. Set it aside. So the intake VVT solenoid is located right here. You kind of can't see it. We just have to get a few things out of the way. First thing I'm going to do is remove the PVC hose. So you can try to pull, yep, we got it. Take that plastic hose out of the way and just kind of get it up and out of the way. Now you can see the harness where it's located. I don't want to crack this hose because they're known for cracking. Now here is the intake VVT solenoid connector. So there's a tab right there. We're going to push down on that and disconnect it. Lift that up out of the way. Oil temp sensor has a red tab, almost like the injector tabs. It's a lock tab. So I have a hook. I'm going to reach down there and see if I can pull that tab off. Just pull up on it, just like that. And now I'm going to push the tab in and hopefully release that harness. There we go. All right, so now that we have the connector off, I'm going to take a 19mm deep socket. I have a 3/8 drive because we have to remove that oil temp sensor to get that mounting bolt for that intake VVT solenoid. Make sure you got clearance to get everything out. Let's see if we can get our hand down in there real quick. There we go. Now we'll take our 10mm swivel socket. I have a 1/4" drive. I'm going to get on that mounting bolt. Much easier. Get that sensor out of the way. Going to break it free once I get on there. There we go. Now, let's be careful and not drop it down the hole of the oil temp sensor, because we don't want that either. So, I'm going to take a magnet, see if I can get, there it is. So, these can be really difficult to get out, especially locations. I take a pry bar or a long screwdriver, and I kind of just wobble, I pull back and forth, and then kind of lift up. I hate using the connector to do this, but they don't really give you much to choose from. It's the O-ring. You're just trying to break that O-ring free. And there you go. See, a little patience. So just keep wiggling it, and eventually it will pull itself right out. So now that we have our new VVT solenoid, make sure the O-ring is there, should be, and put some fresh oil on there, and then check the spot where it goes into the head and make sure it's clear of any debris. Now it mounts on the bottom. So let's line it up and just keep wiggling it inward now. It's a very tight fit. And give it a quick little push. See if it bottoms out. Sometimes you might have to twist it and push at the same time. Do not hammer it or take a punch to it, anything, because that's a solenoid and it will damage it. Okay, now we can put our bolt in. All right, now I got the bolt in there. I'm going to take my 10mm with a swivel socket. Just let it bottom out. And then we'll get our torque wrench and torque it. All right, so I have my torque wrench. It is 9 foot-pounds for that mounting bolt, or 108 inch-pounds. Now we're going to put our oil temp sensor in. Make sure nothing fell in that hole, like we've talked about. There we go. And it's plumber thread, so if you just wiggle it slightly back and forth, it'll center itself, and then just tighten it up. Now when it comes to things like this, you don't want to ever put Teflon tape on the threads, think you're doing a good job by doing that, because sometimes these items are ground out through the threading. So then you might set a code, or the cincher just won't work. And that's not what you want. $19mm deep socket. Slide it down over that oil sensor. And it's going to bottom out. And once it does, right there, we're just going to give it a quarter turn. Now we can take our harness and reconnect everything. So the oil sensor harness is the one with the red lock. Slide it down over. Push it down. Hear that little click. Now push that red tab down in place, and that's locked in. Now I'm going to take my harness from my VVT solenoid, line it up, click it in. Now take our PVC hose, line it up to that rubber, slide it in. Now you can put your engine cover back on, line those little pins up in the back with those rubber boots, and then you'll line up the oil filler, and the dipstick. Just push down. You heard it pop down, and you're all set. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.